From the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weekend weather. Here's meteorologist Patrice Brown.
And hello, everyone. Welcome to Weather Tracker TV, your weekend weather connection. I'm meteorologist Patrice Brown, and it goes without saying, we have had quite an active week here in the Metroplex with severe weather. Are we going to have more of that this weekend? We'll talk about that in a moment, and we'll talk about what's going to be coming up with this next week as well. For today, however, we're looking for highs in the mid-80s, and we're looking for light winds throughout the rest of the day, and our rain chances increasing as the evening goes on. We'll be more specific about that in a moment. So let's talk about this. We do have a flash flood watch in our western counties and areas to our southwest. This is in effect until tomorrow night, Sunday night. And so we have chances for 2 inches or so of additional rain in addition to what is already fallen. Now, in these areas, we really do need the rain. So this is good news. We just want to make sure that we don't get too much of a good thing too quickly. So let's look at these 24-hour rain totals. So like I just said, we have got some good rain here already, which is definitely beneficial. We have anywhere from, in our western counties, 1 inch upwards to 2 inches, even a little bit over 3 inches in Young County over in the Graham area. So this is some good rain that we have had in these areas. So let's take a look at our radar. Our radar is showing that we do have storms that are coming up from the south around the San Antonio area. You can see that these storms are moving upward. They're trying to move northward. They're not moving very quickly, but they are moving northward nonetheless. And that is what's going to give us our chances for rain throughout the day today. So we're going to be watching that throughout the day. And here's why. Look at all of this moisture, all of this water vapor that is in the atmosphere. It is coming up toward us as well. And so we've got a lot of moisture in the air. So that's why we have these chances of the rain coming up. Now, looking at our severe risk, that is more so to our northeast and southeast of the Metroplex. And that is there for slight chances of hail, maybe 1/4 inch, and also 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So these severe risk areas are for marginally severe, okay? So inch hail or wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Okay, and so also in addition to that flash flood zone that I was just talking about, for those of us who are not in that flash flood zone, that we still do have the possibility of heavy rain. And so that's something that we need to be watching out for, especially since this is the weekend that a lot of people have plans for Mother's Day or whatnot. So it's just something to keep in mind. Okay, so let's look at our future radar. Let's time this out for you. So going throughout the evening, that's when we have our highest chances of the rain coming through. And then going into tomorrow, into Sunday, you could see that it's very spotty. It's very hit and miss. So it depends on where you are. Not everyone is going to see the rain. It just depends on where you are. But just keep that in mind as we have our weekend plans going on. So our forecast high temperatures for today were 83 in DFW. It's going to be warmer if you're further east. If you're further west, because of the higher rain chances, you're going to be looking cooler. And so there it is. The further west you go, the higher your rain chances are. We're looking at as high as possibly 80% in some areas. So that's something to keep in mind. So for our hour by hour, we're looking at 60% chances of rain, temperatures in the high to mid 70s going down. In addition to that, we still have our light winds. For tonight, again, we're looking at our temperatures in the upper 60s around the area. Rain chances going into tonight also. The further west you go, the higher they are. Our high temperatures for tomorrow, more of the same, looking at more about the mid-80s. So let's take a look at our 3-day forecast. Our highest chances of rain are today. It's going into tomorrow, it gets a little spottier, but the highs stay in the low to mid-80s. Going through the rest of the week, we have some spotty shower chances as well. And then next week, more settled looking.